Alright, I just don't have time to type all that stuff again. I'm telling you, Periscope did this all day yesterday, and they're doing it today. And I think it's every time they do some sort of update and they put stuff out, Periscope goes all crazy. Yeah, it just crashed again. It just like turned me off, and there I am looking at the front page of Periscope again. It was doing this to people yesterday too. So, fun. I don't know if you saw the link I shared about the new things that they're putting out on like groups and I don't know, different stuff. And I think every time Periscope tries to update something, it like is weird for like a week or so. I don't know. But yesterday, everybody's scopes were looking like they were from The Ring or something. They were like all jerky. Did you see any of that yesterday? Did you watch any scopes yesterday? They're all like, It was really bizarre looking. Yeah, you would have remembered if you saw everybody jerking around yesterday. And then they were crashing. Is this your... Yeah, did you see that? Did you see that, JP? Did you see everybody acting all weird on Periscope yesterday? Did you see any of them? It was really strange. But I was like, oh my goodness. This looks really weird. A couple days now. Ugh. It has to do with this update that they're doing. I hate it. And hopefully they'll fix it soon. And then everybody I know has been getting like kicked off and need to restart. And oh, get your act together, Periscope. Alright. These stairs are so small. I don't know how you do it, Teddy. I'm like, every time I'm painting, I'm more amazed. Yes, it is, yeah. I'm like shaking. He challenged me to do a Victorian house watercolor, so here I am. Jumping in and trying it. I'm up for the challenge. It's going to turn out however it turns out. Hopefully it'll turn out alright. And not look like a 12-year-old did it. That's all I'm hoping. I'm just hoping it doesn't look like a 12-year-old did it in like their art class at school. I have absolutely no watercolor technique or like know what I'm doing. That's so off. I'm gonna have to change it up. Alright, yeah. It's okay the steps to be a little bigger as we go down because you're gonna see more. I'm working very lightly so I can build it up. Not really. I think the only one I really kind of got from him was don't use a whole lot of water. So, I'm not using a ton of water. Just enough to pick up some color. Slow and steady. Well, this is really slow. And this is okay. I'm going to probably not scope myself doing the details because my head will be like 2 inches. Did you? My head will be like 2 inches from the paper when I start working on all the minor details. So, you know, I probably won't be able to scope that. but we'll see. Alright. I need a gray. Thanks for the heart. There she is. Penny, put up some emojis and let everybody know that you're next. Everybody follow Penny. She's coming up next. Alright. I want this to be a little lighter. Here we go. Yeah. Well, when I get detailed, I'll be in there with my face. I don't know how. I really admire being able to scope and paint details like that, but my eyes don't see that good from far away. So when I want it to be nice and crisp, I'll have my face to the paper. Right now, it's like I'm leaning over the top of my tablet, trying to paint this. But it's alright. I'm trying to remember, like, sectioning it off for the lines, but I could come back and add lines. Teddy, do you ever use like a micron to like define, like draw over some of the paint, or I'm not sure how it works. No. Alright. I'll just use it. That's all I did here, though. I just used a really little, but I can. Okay. I don't know if I will or not. I guess it all depends on when I come back, because this is just like the first go around of laying down my shapes, and then I'm going to worry about like shading and adding in details on top of the base color. So, and I'm hoping I could keep the white pretty white and not have to like go over it with like a really thick white. I might have to do that. I'm not sure. Because I do not have a lot of experience here in the watercolor. But this is really fun, and I'm very thankful to you, Teddy, for challenging me and getting me to be outside of my box a little bit. But I mean, that's how I got into doing the henna designs and the mandalas, which I love now. So that's what I always encourage people. Might as well try something. If you're part of a group, try it out. What's the worst that can happen? It could stink. Thank you. The worst that can happen is it could stink and you throw it out. I mean, it's just art. It's just art. I have no idea what I'm going to make this street color now that I did this garage gray. It might have to be a lighter gray. Yes, it's a watercolor paper. I have Strathmore right there. Cold pressed watercolor paper. Alright. What time is it? I don't know. This is like my third try. I have 15 minutes. Periscope has been lovely today. Not so much. Not so much. Alright. See, if I come in here, I don't want to come in too dark right away. That's my thing. I want to come in, I want to make it a little lighter, and then I will come back and line them out. Yeah, this is a, you should feel free to look us up and join, Jay. This is for scoping art. Penny's up next. We have a lot of different art. They have henna in their handles, but most of them on Fridays do not do henna art. Most of them do other type of art, but there might be some henna art. We still have spots open tonight. If you want to follow Penny, send her a message or something if anybody wants to jump in tonight. We have some spots open. We could use your help. They still have time to, Penny, tell them how the best way to find the group or contact you guys about that if they're interested. Ew. 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 I remember those days. I remember my son like looking at me, Mom, I don't feel so good, and then like just puking right all over my front of my shirt. It's like, oh my God. Welcome to parenthood. There you go. Well, you know what? If you can't keep anything down, there's not much you can do until you really kind of stop. You just want to make sure they're hydrated. If you have some Gatorade or something, that would be good. When they're puking like that, you know, it's hard to keep anything down. So there's not much you could really do except keep them from being dehydrated. So encourage them to drink. And then once they stop puking up your drink, start with like some toast or something that'll help absorb in the tummy. A little bit of cinnamon toast or something light like that. But you have to just wait till they can start holding something down. There's Pedialyte too. It's just more for fluids, I think. If it's going to be a few more days. Yeah. Well, you have to try to get him water or something. You don't really want anything too heavy. If he needs juice, just water down the juice, if that's what you have. Or the good old carbonated ginger ale or something. Or Sprite. Yeah, popsicles, that's a good idea. Good idea. I think they have Pedialyte popsicles too now. They didn't have those when my kids were sick. But I think they do have popsicles that have Pedialyte in it, right? Okay. So if you could get to the store and get some Pedialyte popsicles, that would probably be the very best. But yeah, the most important thing is don't let them get dehydrated, because then you're going to end up going to the hospital. Just saying. I had to take my mom to the hospital. No, it's P-E-D-I, like pediatric. Oh, okay. All right. Well, my husband wouldn't know. He'd be like, huh? What? So, just saying. He'd be like, what are you talking about? How do you spell it? What do I need to get? I pity you for your day. Having a little sick kid is like the worst. But try to distract him from feeling miserable with his favorite shows or a movie, and you just snuggle and be there. That's about all you can really do. Make sure he doesn't get dehydrated. Yeah. And then when he can start going, you know, when he goes for a little bit without puking, see if he's ready to eat a little bit of like toast or something. Kick it to the corner. 10 minutes. Alright. So this house has these little curves up here. I'm just painting these windows sort of grayish black, and I don't want to go into super details on, but we'll see. You never know where I might end up going. Alright. Anyway, that's the worst, a sick kid. Ugh. Is he running a really high temperature? I'm going to be worried about your son all day, so make sure you let us know when he's feeling better. I will be worried about him. Are you? Cool. Yeah, check his temperature too, because if he gets really hot, you want to take him to the hospital as well. If it doesn't go down. That means he has a fever probably. If he's shivering, it means because his body's hot. And kids can run really high temperatures and still be like, the girl I babysit, she'll get as high as like 103, 104 and still be acting totally normal. It's the most bizarre like thing. So I mean, a fever is good because that's what kills the germs in a way. It, like, burns them up. But you don't want them to get too hot because guess what? My son had a febrile seizure once, and that's really scary. So you don't want that to happen. If a fever spikes really quick, could have a seizure. And that is scary. Just so you know. Don't want to scare you, but I've been to the hospital for one of those. Alright. This little brush is the best thing ever. Now that JP's totally freaked out because he has a sick kid. Sick kids and sick dogs are the worst. Like, little kids are sick and they can't tell you a whole lot. And, like, a sick dog just can't tell you what's going on. It's the worst thing. I don't know. I think it is. Yeah, that's good. It means he's comfortable enough and the puking might have stopped. So when he wakes up, offer him something. And hopefully he's on the mend of the other side of that deal. Probably. Puking is awful. Even though after you puke, you feel like sort of better, but it's still awful. My kids and my husband, if they ever get sick, they puke so hard they end up like bursting blood vessels like around their eyes and face. It's like really bad. I like never seen anything like that. I hate when they get sick like that. And I have a house full of men. And I'm sorry, men, but you guys... Hi, Arcade. Nice to see you. It could be, but I don't think he's going to be puking like that from lactose. Lactose is going to make you, like, have, you know, the poops and stuff. But, yeah. Well, all the time, like every time you eat stuff, or, you know, I mean, if it happens once in a while, it's probably just a bug. If it's going to happen more, then that might be something to go and get checked out. Just saying. But men and boys are the worst people when they get sick. I'm sorry, guys. I love you, but you are. Just saying. Okay. Yeah. All that stuff is fun. You know what's weird though? It's like when I was a kid, I don't think anybody ever heard of lactose intolerance or, you know, so I don't know where all this stuff is all of a sudden coming up, but yeah. Okay. I'll lighten this up a little bit. I'm just trying to give a hint of these spindly things. You know, like, me too. I don't like doctors. They freak me out. That's why I always tell everybody, like, if I need to go to the doctor, just drag me there because I won't, like, go by myself. I mean, unless it was, like, something major and I was like, who knows? I don't even like thinking about it. I don't even like thinking about it. Okay, I got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll get sick. I won't even call my doctor. I'm really bad. I'll be like, yeah, I'm still breathing. It's alright. And I'll be like hacking away. Probably have like walking pneumonia or something. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. It's life. It's because I have a doctor phobia, so I don't like them. And that's a whole nother scope, talking about why I don't like the doctor. It belongs on that mental health scope. It's not that I don't trust them. I have a phobia about them from when I was little. I was sick in children's hospital when I was like 3. So back in the day, they didn't explain anything to kids. Like they didn't think you understood. So nobody said, okay, now we're going to do this or now we're going to do that. And I was in children's hospital and they just would, you know, these people in white coats would just kind of come and start like poking and prodding at you and whatever. And I actually had my first panic attack at the age of 3. Yay, yay, yay. At the hospital. They used to put you in like these little straitjacket things to do the testing. And I freaked out and broke out of the straitjacket. So, because I was freaked out about these strange people just like taking me away from my parents because they didn't let your parents like be with you. And they just started like, you know, poking and prodding at you about stuff. And so I still have that image, I think, that makes me really not want to go to the doctors. Which is unfortunate because I've worked at a hospital, so it's not actually being at the hospital. It's just like if I have to go. Am I part Michigan? Is that what you're saying? Or magician? What are you saying? I think you spelled it wrong. Damn autocorrect. I hate autocorrect, and I can usually decipher it. I just couldn't understand what that one was. Alright. 2 more minutes until Penny. Are you getting ready, Pen? I still see her sitting in here. Alright. Can't wait. Alright. Mine does that too, and it's not that old. I just am a terrible typer. Okay. Anyway, so this is the progress I'm getting here. I'm starting to outline a little bit. And Penny is probably getting ready for her scout. G4 Penny, did you follow her? She's going to be up next. So, it's time for Penny, guys. Okay, hang on. There she is, G4, at G4 Penny. Or you can look at Scope and Art. That's the rest of the schedule for today. So Penny's up, should be up right now. Thank you for spending time with me. Okay. I'll share it too in a minute, okay? So since you followed me, you'll be able to see it in a second. And I appreciate any of the follows and the hearts, and thanks for spending time with me. Everybody have a wonderful, creative day, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks for spending some time. Let's go see what Penny's doing.